Good afternoon. Actually, yeah, we're in afternoon. No, yeah, we're definitely in afternoon right now. At least on the East Coast, we are. All righty. Hello, 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 hello. Good afternoon. I have to do a last minute shirt order to help my sister who has to finish baking, because she just told me. So I'm going to do a last minute order. So I figured I would come on live and share with you guys as I do this. Hold on. I have to send her something. 1 second. Okay. So as I was saying, I have to do a last minute one. I just realized I put up the wrong banner, but it's okay. That's not the one I meant to put up, but it's cool. But I'm going to get right into this because this is something that they need for a game that's going on. So she needed this one fairly quickly. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. I've already cut everything out. So it's not necessarily me showing you how to cut. I will go over just kind of some cut settings and some little tips and tricks and things like that when it comes to doing these and depending on vinyl that you have. And I also need to check this. Hold on. Make sure. Oh yeah, that definitely cut. Probably cut a little too well because this was an older piece of vinyl, but it definitely cut through. So like I said, I'm not going to necessarily go through the designing because I didn't design it. It's just text and my sister did it and I've already cut it. So I'm just sharing with you guys the actual pressing part of this. All right, so yeah, I got to get into this because she told someone what time they can pick it up. So let's go ahead, jump right into this. I'm going to press everything first, just in case she comes, and then I will go in and break it all down and let you and explain, how I set up in social. So hopefully that's okay. Hello, hello, hello. I see everyone that is online right now. How are you guys doing? So yeah, I'm going to press first, then do the silhouette part afterwards, if that makes sense. All right. For all those that don't know who I am Shakia. The name of my company is SILAHOLICS Anonymous. I'm also known as the Professor. And I do these live videos to teach you guys how to use Silhouette Studio, how to do, that's always been my main goal, is to teach people how to use Silhouette Studio, whether it's for designing or cutting like vinyl and things like that, print and cuts. If you want to just design for sublimation, I look at Silhouette Studio as a graphic designing program. And occasionally I do, videos where I am showing you guys different crafts and stuff like that. I need to turn on my lights. So that's what I do on my platforms, both SILAHOLICS Anonymous as well as Honestly Speaking. SILAHOLICS Anonymous, I normally just focus on the program and the machine. And Honestly Speaking is my platform where I kind of All right, my bad. My microphone, the internet knocked my mic out, so I'm not sure where it cut off at, but we're going to go ahead and get started. Okay, so if you are new here, whenever I start my lives, because I have to wait for the audience to build, you will hear me talking over my banner. I don't, whenever it changes to either my face or the heat press or whatever, if someone's watching the playback, because I go through the intro and I have to wait for the audience to build, you will know when you're watching the playback that that is where the video or like the meat and potatoes start, you know? So if you're new here, you'll always see my banner first and you'll hear me talking through it. Miss Sonia, girl, you are not new here. You know that's how it goes. Don't do me like that, Miss Sonia. But you'll always see my banner first. That's a given, okay? Yep, there we go. See, there you go, Miss Dimps. You will see the banner until she shares the video out and talks a little. Thank you. There we go, Miss Cheryl. Miss Sonia, see Miss Cheryl and Miss Dimps. No, Miss Sonia, don't do me like that. All right, y'all, let's get into this. All right. So like I said, I've already cut it out. It's 2 colors. And I'm going to weed. Ooh, if Danny is watching, girl, I got the hang of my little weeding tool over the last couple of cuts. Now, this was an older piece of vinyl, so I have to be very, very, very careful with weeding this out because it can easily lift up. So you can still use some of your older vinyls. There's no expiration date on vinyl, really. You just have to be very careful if it's lifting in certain parts, especially with glitter vinyl, because once you cut it, you cannot, hopefully that didn't mess up. Yeah, once it's cut and like you kind of release the pressure from the backing, you can't tack it back down. So it'll start to lift. So you want to be very, very careful when you are weeding it and try to not have any areas that you don't want to come up because it is attached to the carrier sheet by pressure. And once you release that, it doesn't really stick back, especially with glitter. So I'm just going through, normally what I do is I would weed, like for something like this, I actually would weed away because I put a weed box. I mean, I had the outline, a box around it. I would normally weed that away. But because this is an older piece of vinyl and it's lifting, I have to pull these inner cavities because this has a very thin outline. So since it's not sticking very well, if I were to pull that away and then try and pull the inside, my outside piece would lift up. So I have to be very careful. So sometimes you're not going to see it because I'm pulling it closer to my eyes. I know y'all might think I'm young, but I'm 40 and my eyes have been bad for a while. So I can't see with this way down here and my face up here. So I will pull it to me, but all I'm doing is just weeding it out. You're not missing anything when I do this. I'm just pulling it to my face so that I can see where the weed line is and I can pull it out. See, like that part, like, I mean, that outline, I probably should have thickened it a little bit for her because that outline is very, 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 very thin. Trying to get this heat tape up. On the last one, this little weeding pen was a lifesaver with really trying to get like in there because I don't have nails to lift up this heat tape. But now it wants to act like a little, stubborn. And I need to get that off. If not, the vinyl won't stick. And I decided to use heat tape because masking tape would have been too aggressive and it would have pulled up the vinyl even more. So I chose to use heat tape to kind of hold my mat down, or hold the vinyl down to my mat because it wasn't super, super sticky. And now my heat tape is giving me the fits. It doesn't want to come up. On the green layer, my little weeding pen helped a lot. Now it doesn't want to release. All right, there we go. What happened? Oh, you can see the top of my head. Oh, my husband told me y'all can see the fact that my hair wasn't done. Child, my bad. Oh, God. Look, y'all will be okay. Hey, this is a regular craft. That's why my camera's not on me. It's just the right. This how y'all look in y'all craft rooms too on a regular day when y'all not doing lives. Y'all just crafting. It's a Sunday. I'm still in Sunday hair. I might still be in my bed clothes. Oh, come on. All right, let me come into the light, Caroline. Step into the light, Caroline. All right. Oh, Lord. Where is this? I can't get it up. All right, let me just kind of work on the A, and then I'll work on getting that heat tape up after I finish weeding out the A and the F. Oh, don't do me like that. I think on this little crease, it did not cut fully. Yep, I'm going to have to cut this F and the A again because the A I can, well, see the outside. The A I can probably do. The F, I'm going to see if I can salvage it, but it was on a little crease because I was trying to use some scrap vinyl and it did not fully cut. So I'm going to see if I can save it. If not, I'm just going to recut that part if I can't save it. Yeah, it's on a time crunch. So the A, I'm going to try my best to save. The F, I'm not going to be able to. So I'm just going to cut that down and I'm going to send that to cut while I do the other shirts. Let's remove the weed box so I can know where to cut. And all right. Okay, make sure I heard a door, making sure my sister hadn't come here yet. Ah, I was about to pull out the wrong one. Oh, Jesus, no. Wait a minute. So this should be this one. Oh, I was about to pull out the wrong one. And the inside. See these little thin lines. That's why I didn't want to do that one first, because it's so thin and I have to be very careful because it's a lot of thin areas on this. And they can easily be misaligned. Oh, Danny, this little pen is coming in handy for this part right here. Thank you, my dear. Ooh, it makes that so much easier to lift that up and put that back in place. Oh, look at that. Thank you, Danny. All right, let's be very careful on this side. Use my pen to hold down the vinyl as I pull it away. Oh, I was stressing about that tape, and it was on an area that was going to come up anyway, and I was all stressing about that tape. See, that just goes to show sometimes we stress about little things that aren't even an issue. Like I was trying to lift up that tape, and once I weeded it, that area that I was trying to lift up was a part of the negative. So it came up anyway. And I would have spent all that time stressing about lifting it up, and it wasn't even an issue. All right, so this F, I already know I'm going to just redo it over. And then the A, I'm going to try to save if I can. Nah, I don't have time. I'm just going to redo the F and the A. All right. And if my head keeps going in the camera, oh well. I keep trying to, I'm self-conscious now, but I'm at the same time, I'm like, look, I'm on a time crunch. Let's see. Where are my scissors? Or where is the X-Acto knife I just had? All right, let me put this back on the mat and recut out my F and my A. But this also gives you guys an opportunity to see what I do when things don't line up, and to how I can make sure that I'm not just like randomly eyeballing it. You can kind of see my technique on that too. So let's head over to our screen. And we're going to go back to design, zoom out. We're going to ungroup. Delete those two. I'm going to rotate them. And then put a box here. All right. Because this is a big piece of vinyl. So I'm going to go ahead and send for this one. I play around. I'm not gonna lie. Cut settings is relative to your machine, your blade, your mat, your cutting strip. There are a lot of factors that affect cut settings. Which blade you're using. I don't use, even though I'm using my Cameo 4, I don't use the auto blade. I put the ratchet blade in the adapter. So a lot of those things can affect it. So the settings can vary from machine to machine. Because I wanted to make sure I didn't have to go back in, I am cutting this on 2 passes. I have it on a really high speed, so it goes faster, but I do have it on 2 passes. So actually, I'm going to take the speed up a little bit more, and then I'm going to go ahead and just send this to cut. For HTV, you do cut to the adhesive side of it, and you have to mirror it while you're not cutting. And you have to mirror it so it's the right way when you flip it. Why aren't you cutting? Why aren't you cutting? Alrighty. Let's try unloading that. Loading that again. And sending it to cut. Oh, what in the heavens? It says cutting, but it's not communicating. Okay, let's try this again. I turned it off and turned it back on. Okay, still saying trying to reconnect. All right. Don't know what's going on with that. All right. I gotta wait for this to connect. Don't know what's going on with it. Why it's not connecting. Hopefully it picks up now. All righty. Wow, that is trying to get its whole life together. This one on this side is not quite like the other one. On this one, I did an intentional weed border. Well, I did a weed border and a weed box. The weed box is to create a straight line to separate it from this vinyl because this is a lot of real estate. So that is a weed box where it's creating a separation where you can keep the rest of the vinyl intact and not have to do like crazy cuts. Weed borders is when you put an offset around it so that you can weed around the main part of the design and then be able to go in and weed around, like weed all the rest of it away, and you don't have to worry about lifting up your vinyl because it's nowhere near it. You've already weeded away what was really, really close to it. Okay, I have no idea what's going on. Let's turn you off. Let's unplug you for a second. So unplug it for 10 seconds. Plug it back in. Power it on. And let's see if that fixes that. Let's see now, when you have smaller items, or this wasn't really small. My issue with this is it was an older piece and some of them lift up. So by me keeping the design where I weed out this section first, I can now weed around the rest easier. All right, come on now. Trying to reconnect. What the heck is going on? Oh, see, I don't have time for this. You finna get replaced. Let's go ahead and pull up my Cameo 2. What I don't have time for is this. Okay, engaged. All right. Now we're getting somewhere. You're no longer engaged. I hit unload. So it should say ready in a minute. Because I guess when I said you're about to get replaced by the Cameo 2, my 4 decided to act like it had some sense. Now, if it's not ready by the time I weed this out, I am going to go get my Cameo 2 because nobody has time for the foolery. Oh, there we go. Ready. Oh, okay. Oh, you heard me talking? Oh, you were about to get replaced? Uh-huh. You're going to get your pay doc too. Now, act crazy and don't send this time. We're going to go get the Cameo 2. Do we have an understanding? See, this is why we had to have the reunion show and we had to talk to you like you was Trina. See, Trina would never do this, okay? The Cameo 1 got 7 years in the game. You ain't finna last 2 seconds, all right, Cameo 4? Keep on playing with me, okay? You're going to find yourself on the bottom shelf. You want your little shine? Okay, let's act right, okay? You have an understanding? Don't get fired, all right. Oh, okay, okay. You knew better because you were about to get replaced. See, sometimes you got to talk to them because they just be so defiant and so, like, you know, ooh. See, this my mind. I don't got time. I don't play with them. They not my friend. I don't give them little cute names. They are employees. My machines are employees. You get suspended. You get your pay docked. You don't get put on the schedule. Okay. I don't have time to give you cute names. You employee number 1, 2, 3, and 4. And you can be replaced. You are not irreplaceable. Okay. All right, so we can get rid of this screen because it now wants to act correct. And you cut with a little attitude, but it's okay as long as you cut. Because I heard you over there, you know, you had a little, sound like you had a little attitude while you were cutting. As long as you did the job. But too many more of them attitudes, okay? We're going to send you home early. Okay, I got to remember which one goes with which. So it's like this. Did I just pull off the, no, I didn't pull off the wrong one. Okay, so here is here is one of the reasons why I wanted to do this live, right? Because we okay, so let me just, before I even say that, let me ask this. If you had 2 colors of vinyl that you needed to do, right? How many presses would it be on your heat press? If you had to do 2 colors of vinyl, how many presses on your heat press do you think you would have to do? Now this, I normally use my lint brush, but I don't even see it. Where is my lint brush, Father? Because this is black. Black needs to be lint rolled. Okay, so we say 2, 3, 2 or 3, 3, 2, 3, 3. Depends on ding, 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 ding. So, Miss Cheryl, depending on how the HTV is set up, correct. That is a very important part of this, because you can actually do 2 colors in one press. She says, I meant 3, 2, 3, 2, 2, 2. Depending on how it was set up. Now, your depending on how it was set up might have been like 2 or 3, right? So normally if you're doing 2 colors and there's an overlap some way, some shape or form, you would end up doing 3 presses. You're going to tack down the first one. You're going to tack down the second color. If the carrier sheet overlaps it, you can tack down the second color and then do one final press, like take away the carrier sheet and do one final press at the full 10 seconds or whatever your vinyl calls for. If you are doing let's say they weren't connected, or they were overlapping, you may have to, if the carrier sheets weren't overlapping, you can do 1 press and then just do 2 presses, right? Because it's 2 colors. The way that this is set up, I'm going to be able to press this in 1 press because technically nothing overlaps. Well, let's first check the pressure on this shirt, which that's too high. You do want firm pressure with heat transfer vinyl to really push that adhesive in. I was actually reaching for a 4. Okay, that should be good right there. All right. So with this design and the way that it is set up, this goes here and the rattlers is right under it. Let me just check and verify how far apart she has this. But yeah, her rattlers is right under the A, like here is where hers is. So this is really close, but I think it probably would be better like over just a little bit. So the way that this is, I could cut the orange vinyl to make sure that it's not overlapping the word rattlers. I can cut out this part of where the orange vinyl is to make sure that my little dot here is not underneath the carrier sheet. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut down Oh my gosh, it probably would have been better to do 2 presses because, man, I need a new blade on my X-Acto knife. So I've cut this thing like 3 times trying to get through it. Hopefully you just have your scissors, but to know me and to love me is to know that I lose everything and I don't know where my scissors are at. So I'm not about to stress it. So I'm going to put, oh wait, let me cut off this top part up here. I don't know what I was thinking. Okay. So I'm going to put this down on here. And let's see. She has this where this sits kind of right in the middle of this. So like that is where this sits. Okay. So now it's one piece. I will sometimes kind of just hold it up to me. When it's a smaller design like this, you really want to make sure that the placement is not too high. We want it really on the chest, so I'm going to come down a little bit more. When you have a full design, you can do the whole 3 inches or 4 inches from the top. But for something like this, where it is just basically a single line, I like to shoot for the center of the chest, where the design is really going to hit. And for any shirt, technically, your armpits are the center of your chest. So when I'm placing this, I'm really kind of focusing on that part to where the center of the chest is really kind of the center of my design. And I'm going to pull this down just a little. Okay. And that is more than my regular 4 fingers, but we really want this to be center of the chest and not sit on the upper part of the chest. I'm going to check this one more time just to be on the safe side. And that's going to be really good right there. All right. So again, your armpits are normally the center of chest for most people and most shirts. So just going to make sure that that is on straight. And we're going to press it. And I'm going to, mine is set up for 2 colors. So it's a 3-second, a 3-second, and then a 10. I'm just going to go to my 3 because I only have to press this one time. I am using Caesar Easy Weed. Actually, no. My orange is Caesar Easy Weed glitter. The green is just a generic one from oh, I did perfect on that. I was like, I completely forgot to check that part. It's like from a local place here, Florida Flex. So it's just a no-name glitter vinyl. All right. So now for this one, it was, you know, this is the one that was messed up. I'm going to cut this down right to the edge of the A. So right down to the edge of the A, I cut this down. Now I'm going to take this and layer it right over what is already there. And I'm going to put a little piece of heat tape on it. Just to make sure that it stays together. Okay, so put that right on top. That other glitter vinyl is going to attach to the back of this carrier sheet, but I don't have to worry about the placement of it because it is right on top of it. So that's a little trick for you if that ever happens to you. Leave a portion of it there. Just put your vinyl right on top to make sure that it lines up. But I forgot to cut off the bottom of this. And then let me cut the U part. Okay, I don't have time for this. This is driving me crazy. Where are my blades? This blade is so dull. Let me change out this blade. Oh, look at how easy that cuts when you have a fresh blade. Jesus. All right. It looks crazy like this because I did not finish weeding this one out. But this one I know for sure is weeded out. So all I have to do is just set it up like this. And let me just kind of put my finger in there. Make sure that that's spaced evenly. I'm going to put a little piece of heat tape on here just to keep that together as I move it around. All right. Let's grab that other shirt. Also, if you want to know about, if you want to make sure that you are centered, you can fold your shirts in half, lining up the your collar here and here, lining up your shoulder, lining up your armpits to make sure that you are at a true center. Take your heat press, press it to create a thin line. I'm going to lay that out. Also, you can take your design and see now that we're pressing it as one, you put it together. Now you can fold it in half and find your true center. You're going to take that center line and line it up with the line that's on your shirt to ensure that you are centered. Again, we're going to pull this down some so that the design sits in the center of the chest. So again, your armpits. So I'm kind of folding it over and I'm looking to be in the middle. I'm going to go down just a little bit on this where my center, because the ravelers is really small. So I'm kind of making this where the end of FAMU is kind of in that area. So, and then I have my center point because I folded in half. I creased here, creased there. I know that I am centered. All right. Uh-oh. It will jump back to 1 because it finished on 3, so it jumps back to 1. So I had to hit 3. Yes, I did. You missed that part. I said on the front, it doesn't look like it. That's the top one that you're looking at. So you're looking at this. The one on the bottom is the right one. Once I peel this away, this part that you were looking at was the one that was messed up. It just adhered to the carrier sheet for the F and the A, not the rest of it. That's what you were looking at. This one was properly weeded. There's a little bit of adhesive there. Just scratch that off and you're done. All right. My sister knows when a shirt comes to my house, it has to get bagged up. So where is my... Oh, you guys can't watch me fold and bag because it is in the living room from the shirts the other day. So you can't watch me fold and bag. I'm going to fold these and bag them up. And my sister will be by here to pick them up momentarily. So I threw it in the garbage. The giveaway is, oh, I'm so glad you mentioned that. I forgot to cut it off. Y'all got lucky. I was supposed to cut it off at 12 o'clock. I'm actually about to turn that off right now. The giveaway is at 6:18 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So 6:18 tonight is the giveaway. One tack for the first and then a full press for the second. You can do it that way if they were not, like if the carrier sheets were not overlapping. She says, I tell you, I listen to you. Yes, you do. Good job. I got the one of my lovely subscribers and supporters sent this to me. She got it from Amazon. She sent me it. I know it came from Amazon because it came from Amazon. So you go to Amazon and look for it, but she sent me these. I'm so very grateful for her sending me these weeding pens. I was like, what the world? And it was so crazy because I had just got to a point where I started putting the P.O. box address in my videos. And I was like, what the heck? I didn't order anything from Amazon. And then all of a sudden I opened it and I read the note and I was like, oh, Danny. So yeah, she sent it to me. Let's see. All right, so not necessarily about this, guys. You also have to remember that this is not a general Q&A. If I come on, it's a topic on there, but I will answer that for you. If you just go to our website, it does state it on there. Hold on one second. Let me go ahead and go to share screen. When you go to the top, if you go to Sublimation Starter Sets, you will see right here where it says 7820, 7840. You click on that, and we have the kits and stuff for that. With these printers, it is a single-use chip, so you will have to continue to buy chips in order to use this printer with refillable cartridges. There is no chip resetter for it. There is no auto reset chip for these particular printers. The 7820, the 7840, as well as the 7310. They all use the new 812 cartridges. There are no resettable cartridges or resettable chips. You can continue to use the cartridge, just keep putting ink in it, but you do have to change out the chip when using these printers. But we do have them on our site. Just go click on the link in the description. Once you are on the site, go to Sublimation Starter Collections, Workforce, EcoTank, 7820, 7840, and 7310. This is the information for those printers. Nope, you're good. I just want, people to know, like, because I don't want the videos to be too long and be kind of off topic if I do have a specific thing that I'm teaching. Yes, we do sell the chips for this printer. It says it on there, chips only. So that's the full set, and then chips only. All right. And the giveaway is about to end as far as entering it. As soon as I get off of here, so you'll probably have like 5 minutes for me to go into the system and disable this because it was supposed to be over at 12 o'clock to enter. So if you are able to get on the site real quick, you want to enter the giveaway, you come on here, you hit enter giveaway, you purchase a gift card. You get one entry for every $5. The giveaway will take place at 6:18 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will go live, spin the wheel, and the winner will be announced. It is for an Epson 7720, our INKCREDIBLE Quick Start Bundle, which is pre-fill cartridges, syringes, needles, all 4 bottles, 140 milliliter of sublimation ink, all 4 sublimation papers, all 6 heat tapes. It is valued at $810. $810 is what this is valued at. And I'm giving it away at 6:18 p.m. Today was the first day of our first public sales. It's last year on a Saturday, I believe. So this is kind of our also an Inkiversary for us because it was the day of our first public sale of the product line of the paper. And then the ink came like a week later, I think. So Labor Day weekend is very important to us, and it's close to our heart. So visit shop.silaholics.anonymous.com to purchase your Honestly Speaking products. And again, if you want to enter the giveaway, you're going to have about 5 minutes or so, maybe 10 minutes once I hit in live so I can go in the system and disable it, because there's a lot of entries that we have to make sure that every last one of them is in there. Some people made their purchases, so they brought gift cards and then made their purchase. So they got like $500. Somebody has $750 worth of gift cards, so we have to put all of those entries in. So we have to make sure that they're all done. So it's going to close in about 10 minutes. All right. Also, guys, once I come back live, and just something for you guys to think about, I am, for those who have never really used their machine, you haven't opened it up, you haven't set the program up, you are scared. Tomorrow is the day to be not scared. I will also have release. I'm going to put it on the site tonight. I'm going to have 2 different sessions. So you will see the times, a morning one and a early afternoon session. For those who truly are beginners, you have never opened, your machine is still sitting in the box, or you have never taken any of my classes. This is going to be for you. We are going to go through identifying all the parts, installing the program. If you desire to have Designer or Business Edition, I'm going to explain the benefits of them. You can click on the link and purchase it from my link. We're going to go through the preferences, go through how to install fonts, how to open files, get your first cut done, for regular cut, get your first cut done on cardstock. If you desire to do cardstock, your first print and cut, and just go over some preferences. And then from there, if you want to learn more, you can sign up for my Essentials to Silhouette Studio course. We do have a refresher coming up on the 25th of September. So that's a live refresher course to go over some of the essentials, but you will have access to the ones that are all the stuff that's already on there. But this is truly for someone who is like, I'm scared to open my box. You want to join this class tomorrow. We're going to have 2 different sessions, a morning session and a late afternoon, early evening session for those who want to get it out of the box. This is going to be get that ish out of the box type class. All right. And get you to your first cut. But check out, it'll be on our main site, shop.silaholics.anonymous.com in the Academy section, which I'll show you what that looks like if you've never been to our site. So this section here is where you'll see classes that are available. You can sign up here because you can either break it up into 4 payments, or if you want to mix it with like buying products. So you have classes here, but you can also go straight to our Academy site and the classes are available on our Academy. When you purchase it on the shop site, you still have to come over here to the Academy site to create an account, because all of the information, the access to the lives, the playbacks will be on the Academy site. You do not access any of your playbacks from shop. This is just to purchase. For the actual classes, you go to Academy, but you can also purchase here on the Academy as well. So that will be up tonight and it'll be for tomorrow. I'll have more information about that once we do the giveaway. All right. I only teach cameos, love. I only teach Silhouette Studio. I don't teach Cricut. So it's for the Silhouette cameos. All right. All right, guys. Until next time, have a great one. Continue to unlock your creativity and be incredible. Peace.